Alright guys, I believe last video I talked to you guys about storage solutions and being creative, showing you some of the punches that I have and even some of the puller bolts that I use and recycled from some engines and stuff. This is a set of sockets that I have that I purchased to replace my snap-on set, which I believe go 10 to 27, and this particular set goes 10 to 38. This is tekton. And I'm not out to give Tekton a plug or anything, but this is just a phenomenal set for what it is. It goes from 10 to 38 with no skip sizes. The chrome is phenomenal. You can purchase this set probably at a quarter of the cost of what Snap-on is, or probably even less, probably a tenth of the cost less. I believe this set was right in the area of $119 when I purchased it, and I'm not sure what it's up to now. But this is 10 to 38. This is a 6-point socket, and these are the shallow. I bought the shallow and deep, and I'll show you both sets. And, excuse me, not that I'm trying to give them a plug or anything, but anything you buy from them is actually 10% that you earn in rewards. So if you pay $100 for this socket, you get $10 in rewards money to spend on whatever you want. So you buy 5-10 items from them, you get the rewards money from them, and you can buy whatever you want. You can get free tools, more or less, with money you earn with rewards money just for purchasing with them. That's not giving them a plug or anything else like that. Ranting or me going out of my way to advertise for them or anything. It's just they have treated me very well, and the quality of the tools is very nice. Even some of their tools are actually making them in the USA. So I bought a set of crow's foot wrenches from them, and I believe they're better than the Snap-on. They're just phenomenal as far as the quality of the workmanship, the finish, just unbelievable. But to get back onto the subject here, like I said about getting creative, this is actually a storage solution that I've made. This came from an ideal from a particular company that actually manufactures aluminum peg holder for sockets. They just didn't have it in the orientation that I wanted, so I decided to actually make it out of wood, and I used 1/2-inch dowels is what I've used. I just drilled through here with I believe it's a Morse bit, and then just glued the peg into place. I started off with a piece of board here, which is 1/2-inch hobby board, pine. I didn't use oak or anything like that. If you want it to last longer, you can use oak or some other type of wood. But I decided to use pine because it was inexpensive. And I bought the pegs online because they're cheaper than what they were at Home Depot, and I could buy a larger bag of them to do larger assortments. So, like I said, this set goes from 10 to 38. This is a holder that I have created, and it holds all my sockets. As you can see, they're not coming off. They're not going to bounce around in a drawer or anything like that. Like I said, this is just being creative and using some of the ideals that they already have for tool solutions as far as organization, and just making it fit my needs. This was cut to the size so that I could stack multiple trays of these in one drawer and be able to fill the whole drawer up. So as you can see on the back, I drilled all the way through it, and I just used my belt sander on it to sand it down. And what I actually did was actually put masking tape on the bottom of this when I glued them in, so I didn't have to worry about making a mess on my table or anything like that. And just put a piece of paper down, and when I was done, I peeled the masking tape off, sanded it off, and done. And then the pegs are where I want them, but I more or less organized all these sockets as you see them here. Used a black magic marker, went through the hole here, marked them all, went back and drilled them in my drill press, and there you go. And then went along with a router on the edges here to kind of round them over a little bit, make it a little more presentable. And now I have something that fits in my box the way I want it, and I can organize it however I please. So this is the actual shallow set, and I'll set this a little further back, try to keep it in the frame here, and I'll show you the deep. The deep is actually made on the same tray, same configuration. I said 10 to 38. I set these side by side in my drawer. I have these in 12 point as well, so I can stack these in one drawer for 4 deep, and I can see what I have. It's very organized. I can pull whatever I need. I didn't have to go to Snap-on and buy the existing sizes and pay a fortune. Like I said, I believe this set cost me $119 at the time. It may be up a little bit more from that now, but like I said, for what I paid for it, and then I got 10% back, I went back and actually bought other things from Tekton. So all in all, I think this is just a great set, a great way of organizing sockets. You can find more information about doing something like this on eBay. There's a lot of people go in more detail about how this was done. But this is what I've done for some organization in my toolbox. So if anybody has any questions, go ahead and give me a like, share, subscribe. I'll try to answer any questions below. If I can find any links to videos that'll help you out, I'll try to do that for you. But like I said, if you look online, you'll be able to find information on how about going back and making yourself a tool organizer like these here. It's all about being creative, and you don't have to break the bank doing it. Like I said, this board right here was probably $10, and these pegs were probably $5-10. And this board was extremely long. I think I got 3 organizers out of this one piece of board. So this is hobby board, and these are just 1/2-inch dowels is all they are. You can buy them in 1/2 inch. You can buy them in 6mm, 1/4 inch. You get them in any size you want. You can actually buy stock and cut them down to the size you want them. I just actually bought dowels that are already formed, and used those, cut them to the length I wanted them, and glued them in. So I don't know, guys. Like I said, you can get creative and make your own tool organizers, and you know, itemize some of your sockets and actually store them in, you know, better visible area. I like things visible. I like being able to see things just like this right here. These are all stamped. I love being able to see the 35mm on this. I don't really care for the laser etching. It's nice, but as they wear out, you don't really see them. But this was one of the reasons why I bought this socket from Tekton, was the high visibility of this stamped size here. Just the quality of them. They're not chromed all the way down inside or anything, but this particular socket right here will cost you more from Snap-on than this whole set. So I know that for a fact, because I do have a set of sockets up to, I believe, 1.5 inch that are probably in the area of probably $600 to $1,000. I've had for years. I didn't pay that much for them, but unfortunately I don't use standard that much. I do have a set that goes to 10 to 27, and I am not going to pay Snap-on a ridiculous amount of money to get these larger sizes to do some of the pinions on, or pinion seals on BMWs or Mercedes, or even, you know, larger trucks and stuff like that that require a 38mm socket. So I figured I'd share that with you guys as far as the Tekton sockets, and as far as the organized tray that I built to actually, you know, put these in my drawer. And like I said, I do have these in 6-point, and I do have them in 12-point. I don't use these a lot. I use the impacts more, but my impacts are on the same organized tray, or I have them on a, I believe it's a 48-piece metal tray with clip-on rail. I believe I showed that to you guys with my Koken sockets, and I have my impact sockets in the same fashion on those as well. And I do have a custom one of these I built specifically for a drawer that holds these as well. So like I said, guys, get creative. You know, you don't have to break the bank doing it, and there's lots of resources out there to do this. So, and there's lots of resources from Tekton as far as organization too. They are very affordable. Like I said, I'm not trying to give them a plug, but when you buy tools from somebody and they're willing to give you 10% back in rewards money, it's hard to beat. So you spend $1,000 with them, you know, you're going to get $100 back. So spend $100 with him, you get $10 back, and that money never goes away. So you can spend as much money in tools as you want, and then if you ain't got the money and you need something, the money's there. So go and check out Tekton and get out in the garage and actually, you know, build you some organization and get creative. I did, and I absolutely love the finished product. So I figured I'd share it with you guys. Like I said, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll answer any questions that you have. I appreciate it. Thank you.